Ad Council.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. This is the Happy Hour.
You guys going to happy hour?
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America.
Yeah, I'll come for a couple.
Here are your hosts, Nick Sainert.
I want to know what it's like to commit a crime without having to spend time in jail.
And Enrique Alvarez Clary.
C is for chunk.
Brought to you by Empire Fence and Netting on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. This is the Happy Hour. 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Nick Sainert and Enrique Alvarez Clary hanging out with you guys. Rico, what's up?
Hello.
How's it going?
It's going fantastic.
You've had some Wingstop?
I am slowly getting through it, yes.
I had some Wingstop as well.
It was delicious.
It was delicious.
It's fantastic.
Yeah. You got my order wrong.
Right. I got it right.
Jake must have
Jake got it wrong.
Jake ordered wrong. I hope Jake's listening so he knows.
Blame Jake.
I will blame
Always
Jake.
blame Jake.
I will blame Jake.
I asked him
it was still delicious.
I also asked him for dolphin wings, and apparently they don't have those.
They don't have dolphin wings.
Yeah.
Shoot. As always, 402-464-5685, the Honda of Lincoln hotline, the Starter Heyman text line, both those open for you guys the entire show. Hold on. We have breaking news.
Do we?
Yes.
Okay, give me a second.
Get the sounder out.
Yeah, give me a second.
This just came from Nebraska Huskers Twitter account as of 1:02 p.m.
Where is it? Oh, there it is.
There has been a change of plans with Nebraska's opening night on Friday.
Oh, no.
Now, on Friday night, there's going to be a new performer. Any guesses, Rico?
Ooh, okay.
I'm a big fan of this.
You're a big fan?
This
is
is
still in the same genre of music.
Yeah, it's rap. It makes me sad that I cannot go.
Ooh.
We will have a great high school matchup for you on Friday night at 8 p.m., though, between Lincoln Southeast and Lincoln Southwest. But
all right, somebody for you. So is it Young Gravy?
No, it is not Young Gravy. It's a little bit of an older artist.
Older. There's so many.
He has 1.8 million followers on Twitter.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah. This is a
Jermaine Cole.
Waka Flocka Flame.
Ooh, I think I might be going on Friday. Wait a minute.
Let me go to opening night on Friday. Now we're gonna have to get some Waka Flocka.
Hold on. Well, I got a clean Waka Flocka.
Yeah. That's we probably shouldn't risk it.
No, I'm gonna risk
on
it.
the Rico.
I'm gonna look up the clean version.
I'm telling you right now.
I'll look up the clean version. I'm gonna keep it on YouTube. Just so I can stop it, just in case.
Will Waka Flocka perform clean versions on Friday? No. That's gonna be tough for Waka to do that. Waka Flocka is now performing on Friday. I don't remember who it was initially.
Goodness, there's so many stars just like blocking out. I found the lyric video. I don't think we're gonna take a chance. There's so
Come
many.
on.
Oh my goodness.
Well, it's just gonna be like moments of silence. Yeah. Oh my gosh! If we could get some clean Waka Flocka. So yeah, here's the thing. So shout out to Nebraska though, because this is the email that we just got. If I can pull it back up here. Where's that? Here it is. Opening night with Husker Hoops has a new closing act as Waka Flocka Flame will now perform at Friday's event. Due to unforeseen circumstances, is it SG?
I could not tell you.
Whoop. Oh, mute the site. I don't know. I didn't know who this person was. SG. It's spelled EST space GEE. So due to unforeseen circumstances, that person canceled their performance scheduled for Friday. Here's a little bit of a write-up on Waka Flocka Flame. Waka Flocka Flame rose to prominence in 2009 when he signed to 1017 Brick Squad and Warner Brothers Records.
Brick Squad!
Here's the thing. So this is in the email. This is great because this is in the email that the Huskers sent. This is literally the write-up that they sent us media people. Waka Flocka Flame rose to prominence. His single, No Hands, featuring Roscoe Dash and Wale, peaked at number 13 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100.
Should I play that or should
No,
I play
you should.
In the Paint?
So I don't know if I know In the Paint,
You know In the Paint.
but hold on. So let me finish this. He has also been made several TV and movie appearances, while his reality show, Waka and Tammy, What the Flocka is currently in its third season. The free event features a scrimmage by the Husker women's basketball team and a 30-minute practice by the Husker men. As of Monday afternoon, over 5,000 tickets for Friday's event have been claimed. Fans are encouraged to register for their free tickets in advance.
Get ready, ladies and gentlemen.
This is
If
coming.
you going to some basketball on Friday,
Bank Arena on Friday.
you got to get you some Waka, some Brick Squad. And you know what? Everybody about to turn up after watching the men and the women do their thing.
I go hard in the motherfucker.
It's nerve-wracking. It's
I won't die for this shit.
Yeah,
we're done.
I couldn't do it. There's so many stars. That was a terrible idea.
Next,
There's too much. You can't get all of it.
it's Friday going to. Who chose Waka? Who chose to sign? Who wanted to bring Waka Flocka Flame to Lincoln?
Waka. I love it.
If you
Take
go to
your kids home. Don't keep your kids there.
the earmuffs will not help on Friday.
Oh goodness gracious! There's
Now,
so
here's
many.
the thing.
There's so many stars in that. Just in the opening lines. I just couldn't. I was scared. I had my finger on the thing. I was trying to go up and down. To
You heard mother, and you just
no, that's not happening.
Okay, happy disc golf. Jake says happy hour after hours. Let's go
We should go live
from
the Waka
Flocka.
concert.
It's gonna be great. So here's the thing: we remind people every year. This is a thing. This is an event for basically the players, because that's who they decide. Who's going to perform. The players usually get to vote on who's going to perform.
It was a terrible idea.
Here's the thing. If did he sang Grove Street Party?
He did. I'm not playing that one either.
Got a whole lot of
Yeah,
I know that one. Yeah, that's a good one. Grove Street Party's not bad. Okay. Is Nebraska ball back?
I guess
Could Waka bring basketball back?
Oh goodness gracious!
John and Cortland says, "Hell yeah, that's some funny bleep. I don't care who you are."
Oh goodness gracious! I apologize.
Oh man, no, it's fine. It was all bleeped out. You knew what they were.
Nobody.
You knew what they were gonna say.
I think one of those wasn't.
No, it was definitely bleeped
I
out.
hit the dump button just in case. I
Okay.
wasn't sure.
All right. So, okay. Shout out to Waka Flocka Flame coming to Lincoln.
Grove Street is Nebraska ball theme song.
I'm in. Okay.
I'm gonna look it up in the break, and I'm gonna make sure
we need
that
to
it's
get
clean.
clean. We need to get clean versions.
I will make sure that it is.
The problem is, so No Hands is a good song. I grew up listening to No Hands, and I thought I was a badass for listening to No Hands. I'd be like, I'm listening to the explicit version of No Hands, and I'm 8 years old.
Listen to some
You're
looking around,
mom, you around? You're not around, right? I'd be down in the basement gaming, listening to No Hands by Waka Flocka Flame,
Look at you.
playing NBA 2K8.
Look at you. Such a rebel.
I felt like it. Disc Golf Jake says Waka Flocka Flame, Peru State College house parties circa 2009 to 2012.
We were still playing Waka Flocka at some UNK house parties back in 2012.
Really?
It was mostly Kendrick because swimming pools came out around that summer. Well, not 2012 summer, but no, it might have. No, it wasn't. It was 2013 summer. We were blasting that. It didn't matter. We were playing Kendrick Lamar.
You
dumped it in time.
Good.
Thank you, Mr. Unlimited.
Thank you, Mr. Unlimited. That's good. My brother-in-law met him, ham and beans. Oh, it's not loading.
I'll read. My brother-in-law met him at the Cornhusker Hotel. He went up and asked him for a pic and said, "Hello, Mr. Flame."
Please, we need like Fred Hoiberg. Now we love Fred Hoiberg. Also, Fred Hoiberg was on the Sam Hoiberg show last night. If
He
you have
was.
not,
I met
go
Fred
back
Hoiberg.
go back to the YouTube or the podcast and make sure you do that. You listen to that. But I need Fred Hoiberg just being like, "Thanks for coming tonight, Mr. Flame."
Oh, thank you for coming tonight, Mr. Flame.
and then like he just shakes Waka's hand. "Thank you for coming tonight, Mr. Flame."
Brick Squad. That is great. Waka Flocka, please don't pull a Rick Ross on Friday and be late.
Rick Ross. So I was also bummed that I
hype
missed.
man was like, "We're gonna win the division."
I was mad that I had to miss the Rick Ross one because I was disappointed because that was the year 2019. That was the year that, don't forget, Ohio State was in town with College Game Day.
Yes.
It was because it was that same night, and we were all camping out for College Game Day that day and night. That'd be a good one.
I don't know what Kid Cudi's up to nowadays.
Yeah, Kid Cudi should perform with Waka. Imagine that duo.
Kid Cudi's a little different.
Well, it is, but it could
Kid
work.
Cudi has been this. I mean, this is a positive thing, but Kid Cudi, and I feel bad for saying this, but I'm still going to say it. Ever since he stopped doing drugs, his music has not been that good.
That is, yeah, okay,
But he's better now. He's not doing drugs. He's not having night terrors, so I'm happy for him.
Mm-hmm.
His
Yeah.
music back then was better.
Yeah, and Wet Blanket says, Nick, you picked Nebraska football to be a defensive-led 10-2 team. Thinking Waka Flocka Flame can turn around Nebraska basketball is right on brand. I gotta stick with my brand. That's who I am.
My brand.
My brand. Did you see? Speaking of brand, we're all over the place now,
Yeah.
right now, because
Thank you for that breaking news.
Waka Flocka Flame is performing on Friday.
I could play the beginning part until he starts talking, so I could do this. So.
Disc Golf Jake says we need an exclusive interview of Waka with Sipple.
Oh my goodness, yes.
We need to randomly call Sipple right now and see if he knows who Waka Flocka Flame is.
Sybil, do you recognize this?
He'd be like, "Oh, Nebraska basketball has opening night on Friday? Oh, I didn't know that."
And it's going away now.
Yeah, we're done. Thanks for playing. The jokes on Twitter are great. Mark says, "I trust none of what's happening right now." Trust us, Mark.
Don't worry, Mark. I stopped it again.
You're in good. We're in good hands
Look,
with
there's
Rico
Mark.
on the board.
There's
There he
Mark.
is.
Hi, Mark.
Hey,
He's gonna call.
he's getting angry phone calls.
No, he's calling Sipple. It's necessary. We just got to play that.
Are you calling
opening.
Sipple?
Yeah, he's calling
He's
Sipple.
calling
We
Sipple.
just got to play that intro.
This is fantastic. Sip's like, was I supposed to go on with Nick?
And I just want to ask him, do you know this beat? Because it's very important.
All right, we're gonna call Sipple randomly here.
No, Mouth of the South. I mean, yes, but no.
Yeah, we're not. That's too bad. Once again, as always, while we're waiting on Sipple to answer to see if he wants to join us for a brief moment, 402-464-5685, the Honda of Lincoln hotline, the Starter Heyman text line. Both those are open for you guys here on the show today, as well as the Starter Heyman Jewelers video stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
Twitch is currently down, so
Okay,
Facebook,
so no
YouTube, and
Twitch.
Twitter.
Okay, so no Twitch.
Also,
Mark,
make sure you follow us on Twitter. Not us specifically, but the 93.7 The Ticket Twitter. We're 64 followers away from 6,000.
yeah, so we'll bring Sipple in really quickly here. Sipple, how's it going?
It's going fine. How are you guys doing?
Not too bad. Sip, I need to ask you a very important question. Do you know Waka Flocka Flame?
Can you say that again?
Have you ever heard of the rap artist Waka Flocka Flame?
No.
Have you ever
No,
heard?
I don't mind. I know I haven't. I've never heard of that.
Tell me if you like this beat.
Okay.
Okay. So if I told you that Waka Flocka Flame is abruptly coming to Lincoln on Friday, would you be interested in going?
No.
Why not?
No, I wouldn't.
Simple.
I mean-
Can you get an exclusive interview with Waka Flocka Flame?
Yeah, I'd probably bypass it.
Can
Let's-
you get him on
let's
early
not-
break?
I need a minimum of $1,000 to do that.
Why?
Can you get Sip? If you can get Waka on early break, I will show up and do it for you.
Oh, okay, we can try. I mean, that's something you probably want to discuss with Jake.
Oh, Jake will be fine.
We know who leads that show, Sip.
Yeah, it's definitely you. This is your show, okay?
Yeah, trust me when I tell you Jake runs that show.
Sip, what are you up to right now? Really quickly.
I am writing
Oh.
some practice right now. Yes, Whipple and Bush.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I'm sorry if I don't sound real comedic right now. I'm sort of in writing mode.
no, that's okay. I appreciate you answering the phone. One last question. What was the biggest thing that stuck out to you from the two guys talking today? Real quick.
We don't have to be that serious.
Well, you didn't want to talk about Waka.
Whipple's sense of humor.
Oh,
He
people
told-
are waving
he
at
said
him.
about- He said about Mickey, told him to clean out I guess Mickey's probably with the assistants in the locker room.
Yeah.
Whipple told him to clean out his stuff because they want to be able to make fun of him, like we make fun of our boss.
It's true.
That is true.
Very true.
Is that what everybody does? Make fun of your boss? It feels like that's what happens.
I suppose so. Sip, I also need to publicly apologize for being. No, you're fine.
You'll be fine.
I need to publicly apologize for being rude to you this morning about the whole candy situation.
What do you mean? Just this morning?
Oh, really? You want to bring up the past, Sipple?
I mean, Sipple's not wrong. You're always mean to him.
So yeah. Don't worry about it. But if you just want to make a blanket apology for the numerous times that you've been rude to me, I'll accept.
Sipple, I feel like you're sometimes like my old grandpa that I need to help out. Just navigate through
Why
life.
am I-
Wow,
through the elder stages of
You are
life.
so nice to Sipple.
It comes from a good place.
I don't need any help.
Okay.
I can get along with my walker just fine.
All right,
Okay.
Sipple. We'll let you get back to work. I just have one more thing for you. Sipple, I love you.
Enrique, I love you too. You guys keep having fun.
See you, Sip. We'll talk to you soon. All right. So it's confirmed. Sipple in writing mode, and also Sipple does not know Waka Flocka Flame.
I don't believe that.
He's probably listening to No Hands right now.
Sipple listens to Waka Flocka while he writes.
I should. I'm gonna text him.
Right, he's just like
I'm gonna text him right now and say, Sipple, listen to No Hands by Waka Flocka Flame right now.
You should just text him, just all caps, Brick Squad.
My last text. Timeout. So my last text was when I was filling in for Jake. My last text came on Wednesday, July 27th at 6:14 a.m. to Sipple in all caps. Wake up, Sipple. That was my last text to him. I'm gonna just say, listen to No Hands by Waka right now. Waka. I probably should spell out the whole thing. Waka Flocka Flame right now, and tell me what you think in 2 words, or no, in 10 words, and we'll see if Sipple responds. All right. Well, we kind of got derailed. Big Slim says that last guest was horrible. Who was that guy? It is what it is. Brian T replies back to me on Twitter, behave if you guys go on Friday night. I might be there to crack skulls, but I usually prefer when I don't have to.
Brian, you know you're going to be jamming out.
I wish I could go. I don't know. That's the problem is, so Waka's going to probably perform at the end of the concert or at the end of the event because he's the closing act, right?
Well, he's the only act.
Okay, so he's the only act. That would mean, depending on when Lincoln Southeast and Lincoln Southwest gets done, I could hightail it.
When does the game start?
8.
8?
Yeah.
Maybe. Depending on how long they go, because they're doing Fred told us yesterday, and I think he said it during his presser as well. They're doing something different where they're not really doing, a full-on scrimmage. They're kind of going through practice type stuff just to show everybody what they've been working on and the improvements that they've made. So we'll see how long it lasts.
All right, so we'll see. Maybe as long as videos come out. If you guys are going to the event, make sure you tweet at me and Rico videos of Waka Flocka Flame, please.
And I need everybody to yell Brick Squad.
Brick Squad, No Hands. Into paint. Into paint. All right, let's go ahead.
Keita's going to be going hard into paint.
That's what I've heard from Fred Hoiberg. Let's go ahead and take our first time out. When we come back, I want to dive into Husker football, obviously, but then there are a couple baseball notes that me and Rico need to talk about. One is Aaron Judge. The other is the Chicago Cubs. Now, Corey and Lincoln, I hope you're listening. And if you are, we have some business to discuss.
Run away, Corey.
Because the Cubs are not out of it.
The over-under is
over is not dead.
It's not dead yet.
The over is not dead. We've looked at it. We looked at the math. The over is not dead. So, Corey and Lincoln, if you're listening, I hope you stick around for this next segment. We'll dive into a couple baseball topics really quickly, but then we'll talk a bulk of Husker football, get our thoughts from the press conference today, as well as just kind of what Nebraska needs to do and how they need to operate on Saturday against the Hoosiers. All that and more coming up next on the Happy Hour. Once again, Waka Flocka Flame is performing at PBA on Friday. We'll be right back. You're listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Follow Nick and Enrique on Twitter at Nick_Sainert and at Radio Rico AC. More of Happy Hour is next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
People first is more than a nice sentiment. At American Senior Benefits, it's the mission. If you're ready for a career where you can truly put your customers' needs ahead of everything else, this is for you. American Senior Benefits is one of the leading senior market insurance product distributors in the country, and they're looking for high-energy applicants with strong communication skills. Enjoy on-the-job training, a fun work environment, and unlimited income potential. Visit asbmidwest.com to learn more. American Senior Benefits.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric brings exciting career opportunities for you or someone you know. They are now hiring plumbers, electricians, and HVAC techs and installers to continually build their professional team. They offer competitive pay and full benefits packages that include health, dental, vision, PTO, and 401k options. Action has created a positive team environment for over 50 years. Apply online at actionlincoln.com.
Seasons change, but your land stays the same. You need the right solutions to keep you moving. That's why you rely on Acres Equipment, your Nebraska-owned premier John Deere dealership. Whether you're harvesting, protecting your crops, feeding the herd, maintaining your lawn, improving your business, or letting off some steam, Acres has what you need to get the job done. Acres Equipment, solutions for every field.
The weather in Nebraska is unpredictable every day, and that's no fun when you're trying to golf. Double Eagle Golf in West Lincoln is now open to let you play in perfect indoor conditions daily. Double Eagle Golf has 5 simulator bays to hit in, by far the most in Lincoln, and has a fully stocked bar with beers and cocktails for you to enjoy while you play. Double Eagle Golf is open each weekday from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m., so you can start the day there, take a client over lunch, or end the night with friends. Check out Double Eagle Golf today inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street.
Mike Shaver here for Trek CBD. Summer is here, and that means you're having garage parties with neighbors, hitting the golf course and the pool. The drink of this summer isn't your typical seltzer. It's drinkable Delta 8. Yep, Trek CBD has drinkable Delta 8 seltzers with mango and lime flavors for 4-packs, 12-packs, coming in a variety of mango, watermelon, lime, and berry. They also have hemp-derived Delta 9 syrups to put in your beverages, and as always, the excellent Delta 8 gummies. Trek CBD at 84th and Andermatt and TrekCBD.com. Trek CBD, CBD done right.
Empire Fence and Netting in Waverly is now hiring for several positions. They're looking for a fence installer for both commercial and residential, for local projects, and ones that require travel. They also have openings for operators, dirt work, welding positions, and applicants with CDLs are very desirable. If you're looking for a locally operated business that provides excellent work for customers and great benefits and care for its employees, email info@empire-fence.com or give them a call at 402-682-7658. Empire Fence and Netting.
Keep your tailgate cool with the dazzling hot deal from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Get a free Yeti cooler with your purchase of only $1,500 or more. Take advantage of interest-free financing with no money down. Sartor Heyman has gorgeous jewelry in every price range, so buy her the diamonds she's been dreaming of and get instantly rewarded with a Yeti cooler for free. Offer ends soon, so hurry in and snatch up this cool jewelry deal. Sartor Heyman Jewelers, a Nebraska tradition since 1905.
At Venue Catering and Events, we offer 2 of the most historic ballrooms in Lincoln. The Jasmine Room, located in the historic Grand Manse in the heart of downtown, featuring a beautiful built-in antique bar, spacious patio, and soaring skylit ceilings. The Scottish Rite Ballroom, located just 2 blocks from the state's capital, boasts intricate hand-carved columns, rich dark wood floors, and lavish chandeliers. The perfect venues to host your wedding, corporate event, or much more. For availability and more information, call us at 402-603-6483.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza. The big one. All the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
You're listening to the Happy Hour with Nick Sainert and Enrique Alvarez Clary, sponsored by Empire Fence and Netting on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back into the show. We were just listening to No Hands by Waka Flocka Flame, and we have a text from Corey and Lincoln.
We're getting it in the break.
They have to win out for me to lose the bet. Ah, shoot. Okay, so my over-under, Corey, was 74.5. Yours was 75.5. He says, I'll grant you they have been annoyingly hot lately. This thing should have been clinched long ago, but literally the next week they lose, I win the bet. Been sitting that way since last week. I have, on my side, it was 74.5. And so the way that it basically works is they can lose 2 more games. Rico and I looked at how many games were left. And to hit the 74.5, they can lose 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And they have, so just to round out let's look at the club schedule here. Because it's all NL Central teams after they're done with the Phillies. It's the Phillies for 2 more games, the Reds, and then it's the Reds the rest of the way. They have the Reds at home for their final home series, and then they travel to Cincinnati to round out the season. So there's a chance. But I will admit, Corey, it's gotten a lot closer than I thought it was going to. And yesterday, here's the thing. They reinstated Seiya Suzuki. Mm-hmm. They reinstated Wilson Contreras.
Mm-hmm.
So those 2 players, 2 of their best players, arguably, are back.
Look at the Cubs.
The Cubs might be good.
But not good.
But not good enough to make the playoffs.
The Yankees clinched the AL East yesterday.
They did.
In the house that Vlad built.
And there wasn't there like some crazy call by the Michael Kay?
Michael Kay said it was really generous of Vladimir Guerrero to allow the Yankees to celebrate in his house.
Yeah, dang. That's rough.
Got him. Shout out to Michael Kay.
But also, Aaron Judge has been struggling recently.
Struggling is not the right word that I would use.
Yeah, not struggling. He's trying to hit a home run.
He is. He's batting damn near 300.
Yeah.
He's got like 8 doubles, somewhere in the neighborhood of 10 RBIs, I believe, something along there. I think it could be less because he's batting leadoff for some reason. No home runs and like 12 walks. Like he got walked 4 times. There were 4 walks in last night's game between the Yankees and the Blue Jays. Yeah. All Aaron Judge.
Yep.
The Blue Jays fans were booing the Blue Jays themselves.
Yeah,
their
they
own
want to
team,
see it.
because look, even if it's against your team, you want to see history.
Yeah.
And Aaron Judge hitting 61 would be history, and
That would be
nobody's giving him a chance. Nobody's pitching to him anymore.
So who do the Yankees finish up with?
I think the Rays are on there somewhere, which I don't like.
Okay, so they have the Blue Jays.
Ooh, is it at Yankee Stadium?
It's at Yankee Stadium. So that's probably what's going to happen.
He hits really well at Camden as well.
Yeah. So they so I guess I was wrong on the over. They could lose 1 more and the 74.5 would hit. So thank you, Corey. And it's all just jokes, Corey. And you're probably gonna hit. You're gonna hit. I just had to make some fun. Orioles at home, and then it's at Texas to round out the year. A 4-game set.
He needs to get it against the Orioles because he's definitely not going to get it against Texas.
Well, what's interesting,
Texas doesn't care. They'll walk him every single time he goes up to bat.
It's a much bigger field at Globe Life than it is at Yankee Stadium. But I also am always fascinated by teams trying to rest players before postseason in Major League Baseball, because you're here and it's not necessarily load management throughout the entire season. Every now and then they'll give guys one day off. But if you think back to it, you've played close. If you're Aaron Judge, who has played a bulk of the games, around probably 140 games.
He's barely missed any.
Exactly. So, I mean, much more than 100 games. You sit here and I wonder to myself, like, would they sit him for the Final Four?
No, if he's still going for 61.
That's where he's got to get it here.
They won't sit him.
He's got to get it here. Maddie's dad asks, is Rico just a fan of every team that everyone else hates?
Aaron Judge has played 150 games.
150 out of the 161, 160, 159, 158, 157, 156, 155. He's missed 4 games. Yikes. He has missed 4 games.
Dude missed half a season last year. Dude hasn't played this many games in
that's where
2 or 3 years.
That physical wear and tear on your body is kind of crazy. I'd be interested to see what games he's sat out. Like, I'm sure there's been Sundays. Well, no, it's because DH still counts as a game played, though.
I mean, yeah, but I'm just like, how many games has he DH'd as opposed to being out in the field?
Yeah, I wonder if there's splits like that, because 154 starts, whether it's DH or whether it's just as an actual player, defensively and offensively. That's a lot of wear and tear in a couple months.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's kind of been necessary because Giancarlo missed about half the season.
Mm-hmm.
Who did they have that they ended up trading to the Dodgers? And he wasn't hitting very well. I don't remember his name now. Oh, well.
Joey Gallo?
Yeah, Joey Gallo.
How is Joey Gallo doing in
He's
LA?
actually doing really well. But Joey Gallo wasn't doing too hot. Aaron Hicks missed a portion of the season. They traded for Harrison Bader at the trade deadline, and he wasn't even healthy. He just got back. Last week, and he's making big impact.
Because they traded Jordan Zimmerman away for him.
Yes.
Okay.
So
wanted to make sure I got that right.
It's been here and there in the outfield for the Yankees. They brought up some of the rookies to play in the outfield. One of the guys wasn't even, I don't remember which one it was. He's normally a third baseman, and they threw him out in the outfield his first game, and he made a spectacular catch at the wall. He hadn't played outfield since forever. But yeah,
so
they've needed him out there.
In Gallo's last 7 games, he's hit 190, had a 346 on base percentage, which is not very good. He's had 1 bomb, 5 RBIs, 5 walks, 9 strikeouts.
So he's back to being Yankees.
Yeah, he might not be good anymore.
When they first traded him, he was
playing really well.
Night.
Yeah, he was playing really well. In the last 30 games, so obviously a bigger sample size. Last 30 games, he's hitting 167 with 5 home runs and 84 at bats. 38 strikeouts. So 38, what is his strikeout percentage in the last 30 days? 46% of the time he's striking out.
Yeah, good thing the Yankees traded him.
Yeah, that's not very good. Justin asked on the text line, how awesome would it be to hear Ronnie Green talk about Waka Flocka Flame?
It could easily turn into Walker Flocker Flame in a heartbeat.
That's good. If you missed the news, not Aaron Judge. Waka Flocka Flame Aaron Judge is coming to
Aaron Judge is coming to PBA.
He's coming to PBA, and you'll be able to hear. We need to get No Hands instrumental. There it is. Thank you. Turn it down before this next line. There you go. There you go. Oh, is it clean? We can't be using thinking it's clean here.
Because I know. That line would be because that word's not bad. Okay, it's clean.
Okay, it's clean. We're good. You can hear this song on Friday.
Yeah.
At PBA, after we asked Jake during the break if he would schedule a one-on-one interview with Waka on early break, and he said no.
I said why?
So, Roscoe.
Like, bruh.
This was the song that I could rap about 3 years ago because I loved Waka Flocka Flame and No Hands.
We love Waka.
Okay, so Waka Flocka Flame coming to PBA.
Big Waka show. Big Waka show.
Yeah, pro Waka show. But all right, that's enough of Waka Flocka Flame.
Is it?
And
I don't
that's
think
enough.
it's ever
No,
enough.
that's enough Waka Flocka Flame. Let's talk about Nebraska, Indiana here. 402-464-5685, the Honda Lincoln hotline, the Starter Heyman text line. Both those open for you guys the entire show today, as well as the Starter Heyman Jewelers video stream, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And then also, we're at about 2,000. We're over 2,000 subscribers on YouTube. If we can get to 2,500 by next week,
Nick will rap no hands.
I will
on
rap
air.
no hands on air and post it on Twitter.
Okay.
By next Monday.
By next Monday, we need 25?
No,
Is that what you said?
2,500.
2,500. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
2,500.
Which that would be about 450 subscribers by next Monday.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know what to do. If you want to hear one Nicholas Sainert rap no hands on air and post it to the Twitters.
I would post it on Twitter.
We are currently at 2.05 thousand subscribers.
So you need
on
400.
YouTube.
You need 450 subscribers by Monday at 8 a.m. Monday at 8 a.m. We will do that.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's do it.
There it is.
Everybody subscribe.
450 subscribers. Make the burners. Do it. Follow Qdoba Guy's footsteps and make 6 or 7 burners a piece, and get us to 2,500 by next Monday at 8 a.m. And I will rap. I will record it, and I will rap it.
I'm interested. I'm really interested.
See, Brian T., if your rapping is as good as old school karaoke, I will create new accounts.
Go ahead, Brian.
Old school karaoke, not many people have been around. Well, they've been around, but they don't remember how DP always made me sing
That
karaoke.
was a while ago.
That was a year ago.
That was a while ago.
When I was producing for DP and J.
Back when we were doing Young Buck.
Back when I was 20. So,
Don says, can we get Ronnie Green doing bars with Waka? I don't know. Would it be awesome? Yeah.
See, Cladonia John says perfect reason not to. He says prescribe, but I think he meant subscribe.
Prescribe?
He goes, nobody wants to hear that bleep. Thank you.
Well, Claytonia John, I want to hear that bleep.
Yep. Rico wants to hear that bleep. But no. See, here we go. Eric, I don't really care to hear Nick sound foolish on the radio. He does that every day. Perfect. Thank you, Eric.
But you can hear Nick sound foolish on Twitter.
Yeah, it's different platforms.
Yeah. We're trying to spread the foolishness.
Spread the foolishness. Vershawn asked today if he was still on the hook for the 400.
Yes.
And I said yes. And then he's like, I got to train. And I said, I didn't train.
You literally just went out there and ran it.
I was here. And I said, Rico, should we run a 400 today on the air? And you're like, yeah, let's run a 400.
I said, yeah, I was like, you can, I won't.
And there I was.
And then
I ran a 400 in 85 seconds.
Proud of you.
Almost died. Tasted shrimp.
Which is still weird. Don't know why you did
Tasted
that.
shrimp.
I got y'all warmed up. We were good to go.
Yeah.
Took you through,
I started cramping
yeah,
right away.
Which was not a good sign. Took you through the warm-up routines that I did in college. It was good.
Yeah, I felt like a UNK runner.
You didn't look like
I
one.
looked like one too.
You didn't look like
I
one.
felt like one. So Nebraska, Indiana. Okay, so there's been a lot of discussion over Nebraska's how they need to slow things down and how Indiana is going to throw the ball a lot, right? They love to push the pace. They'll throw the ball around the field. They'll take up a decent chunk of time while doing it, and they'll figure out a way to make their way down the field. Nebraska's defense, according to CFBstats.com, which is the most accurate website out there for this stuff, ranks 127th out of 131 in total defense. Nebraska is giving up on average 514 yards per game and over 6.5 yards per play. Now, Indiana isn't far ahead of them. 109th in the country, giving up 429 yards per game and 5.5 yards per play. Now, here's my theory, Rico. Nebraska's offense, right? We know that Indiana loves to push the pace. They'll be up quick. They'll be up quick. They'll be up to the line quick, I'm saying.
They want to pass
throw the ball around a lot.
Not efficiently, but they'll do it a lot.
Yeah, no, Bazelak's not a very efficient thrower, but he'll do it. He'll throw it around
60 times.
Shout out sort of like Kyle Van Treese.
He was efficient, though.
He was efficient, but I would put him on the same scale as Kyle Van Treese.
Very short passes. I think Bazelak wants to push it down the field, though.
Like I'm saying, I would take Connor Bazelak over Kyle Van Treese. And don't forget, Bazelak almost went to Nebraska in the offseason.
Yeah.
He was one of those names that were floating around before
Missouri
Casey Thompson.
transfer.
Exactly. So Bazelak is one of those guys. Now, Nebraska, we always talked about how prior to the year, Nebraska needs to establish a running game to get into to have success in the Big Ten.
Mm-hmm.
And with the Nebraska only being 0-1 in the Big Ten currently, despite their 1-4 record, they have an opportunity to get a couple Big Ten wins. And Nebraska's offense, basically, my thinking on this, they have to establish a rushing attack. Number one, not only to open up their play on offense, like their passing and stretching the field, but also, more importantly, to keep their defense off the field.
Yeah.
Like that's the mentality. Like Nebraska's offense has not been an issue this year, despite Oklahoma. We look back at that Oklahoma game, and there was maybe some ways that Mickey Joseph and company should have managed it better.
They were just outclassed.
But they were outmatched.
There was no offensively, defensively, special teams wise. There was just
exactly.
You were out athleted, outclassed, out everything in that game. That was just a bad matchup at the time.
But it's more importantly, like this week, the way that I'm kind of going in with the mindset is Nebraska needs to slow things down, not because they need to on offense, because they can't score a lot of points. They just cannot allow their defense cannot be held out to dry.
You can get into a track meet type thing with Indiana in this game if you wanted to. You can go shot for shot.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if it is that way.
Well, they can go shot for shot with you, but what you want to do is instill some confidence in your defense, and to do that, you might have to slow it down so that they have enough energy and enough moxie to go out there and get a stop. Because if you're going shot for shot, then the defense is out there every, I don't know, however long, and they're going to get tired and they're going to give up points. And that's not what you want. If you have an already fragile defense from the first four games, an already fragile defense, what you don't want to do is keep throwing them out there to get, toasted by a quick Indiana offense. So if you can go slow, not for your own sake, but for the sake of the defense, to give them some type of confidence going out there, and hopefully they can get some stops, then that would go a long way towards the rest of the season.
Like, you just have to keep your defense off the field, in my opinion. And I think that's where the Mickey Joseph idea of slowing things down comes into play. Because when you look at Nebraska's offensive numbers, here, I can pull them up here really quickly here. Nebraska total offense ranks, where's it at? I want to say it's in the 50s. Nope, 40s. They rank 43rd in total offense.
That's pretty good.
451 yards per game and 6.81 yards per play. So they're averaging almost 7 yards per play.
That's nice.
Now, here's the thing. So, once again, it's not that the offense needs to change. It's that they need to change in order to keep their defense off the field.
To assist your defense.
And this year, you are able to do that because you have a rusher like Anthony Grant that you're okay with giving the load to. Last year, you couldn't really you could towards the end of the season. We saw Ramir Johnson. You saw it in years past also. Dedrick Mills was able to carry the load, but they didn't let him. So it's one of those things now, Rico, and we've talked about this off air, Rico. Your defense is ranked 127th in the country in total defense. Once again, you're giving up 514 yards per game. 233 of those yards have come on the ground. You're giving up 233 rushing yards per game on average. And looking forward here, you have to figure out a way to give that specifically rushing defense some confidence. And I understand it might not come this week in Indiana, a team that spreads it out a lot, but
they do have a good running back though.
But like, here's the thing. And we've talked about this, Rico, in the coming weeks, you have to face in this order.
There is a 3-game stretch.
No, there's more, in my opinion.
Oh, there's more.
There's more because you have to face Chase Brown, who put up 199 yards rushing on this Indiana defense.
The most rushing yards in the country still.
So Chase Brown at Illinois, Muhammad Ibrahim at Minnesota, Blake Corum at Michigan, Braylon Allen at Wisconsin, Gavin Williams at Iowa. 5 straight weeks of facing solid running backs. And your defense is giving up 233 yards per game. Like this game is crucial to give that defense some boost, some confidence boost. But also your offense needs to learn how to play slower because your defense cannot give up 233 rushing yards per game and expect to beat Minnesota or Wisconsin. No.
You're not.
Because it hasn't been that bad in the past.
Yeah.
Like past years under Scott Frost. But this season, if it's that bad against Georgia Southern, what's it going to look like against Chase Brown or Braylon Allen?
Against teams who want to run the ball, who want to get up in your face and push you back. Teams that are more than willing to hold on to the ball for extended periods of time. But if they're able to break one and get a 60-yard run, they'll take it.
Yeah, you're 100% right. And here's the thing. When you're giving up 6.5 or 7 yards per play,
it's bound to break.
Just basing it off of averages.
Yep.
That's a first down every 2 plays. And if your offense, you're relying on your offense, right, against much better defenses in the future than what we've seen so far in these first 4 games, you're relying and asking your offense to get in a shootout every single week. And that feels like the mentality that was here back in 2018.
To not make a mistake.
Yeah.
If you make a mistake, who's to know if your defense can get a stop?
Yeah, like you cannot be forced to punt within your own 10-yard line or 20-yard line and give the other team decent field position because against Iowa, because as folks know, they have great special teams play every single year.
That they do.
Get a 15, 20-yard return, you're putting your defense backed up on their own on the 30-yard line.
Despite how terrible their offense is.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're that close.
That's how they win games. That's how they break you down time and time again. Nebraska fans have seen it, and they know better than anybody.
Iowa doesn't beat teams. They let other teams beat themselves.
It's unfortunate
but this game is very important for the defense to gain some confidence leading into these other games. And it honestly couldn't come at a better time against a better team. You're coming off of a bye week. You've had time to reassess and reinvigorate your squad. You're going up against a team who has an explosive offense, but has, a weaker defense. Like you said, they kind of match each other. They kind of mirror each other. The teams do. So this is the perfect time to hopefully reinvigorate that defense going into the rest of Big Ten play, because I don't even know what a better matchup would be unless it was, I don't know how good Rutgers is. I haven't really watched them very much.
Yeah.
But
You have 2 weeks, basically. You have 2 weeks, or excuse me, 3 weeks. 3 weeks, because it's Indiana, Rutgers, Purdue. You have 3 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't add Purdue's running back in here.
Yeah.
But you
they
have 2 weeks.
They don't run much, and then if Aiden O'Connell's healthy.
Yeah, 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks to get a little bit of a boost, improvement here under Bill Busch. And that's the thing, is we haven't seen what this defense looks like simplified as much as they've talked about, and giving the one-word cues and talking about hopefully improved linebacker play before you have to face Chase Brown at Illinois, Muhammad Ibrahim at Minnesota, Blake Corum at Michigan, Braylon Allen at Wisconsin, and Gavin Williams at Iowa. In that order.
That stretch hurts.
It does. And that's what's crazy looking back, and I know we got to get to a break. Nebraska has possibly gone through the easiest, according to strength of schedule, the easiest 4-game stretch that Husker fans can remember. The easiest 4-game stretch. Because now you look at that Northwestern loss, they're losing to Southeastern Illinois, they're losing to Duke. Like, they're losing to these teams, Miami, Ohio. Like, the easiest the easiest 4-game stretch. And back, we were doing it, we did it again, Rico. Back in early August, we looked forward and said, man, Nebraska, according to spreads, I did this to give Nebraska fans confidence. I said, according to spreads, if Nebraska does their job, they'll be 5-1 heading into Purdue. 5-1. And here we are, 1-4, 1-3,
1-3,
1-3. And so there is some cause for concern and worry. And I also think curiosity with the new changes. I think there's curiosity, but also concern when you now look halfway through the season at that November slate and see those 5 running backs in that order.
Back to back.
There's no break. And not to mention, let's see.
You get both your bye weeks before then.
Blake Corum is on the road and Gavin Williams is on the road.
The Big House and
Kinnick.
I always forget what it's called.
It's Kinnick. So it's just something to watch. It's going to, like, I'm sitting here right now on September 28th, not knowing what Nebraska's defense will look like on Saturday.
I'm hopeful.
But there's a part of me that goes, just don't allow a Melvin Gordon 2014 snow game, 2012, one of those years.
Whatever.
Don't allow the Melvin Gordon type game. Just don't allow it.
Yes.
Because that is one that
I mean, you don't even have to get that extreme. Don't allow the Northwestern game again.
Okay, there you go. We're clinging on to hope right now for a bowl game.
Don't allow 250 rushing yards in a single game from one person.
Yeah. Like you're still clinging on to hope for a bowl game in 8 games. You have to win 6 or 5 of your 8. And you're going to need to improve your rushing defense dramatically. And you're going to need to slow down the ball or the pace of play on offense so that you keep your defense off the field.
Improving the rushing defense.
Time of possession is going to be time of possession is going to be huge here. And now that's not talking like I have a ton of confidence in the secondary or the linebackers in pass coverage.
But we're talking about one side of this.
But we're talking about what how teams orchestrate their offenses in the Big Ten West.
Yeah.
And it's those running backs that we mentioned.
Outside of Purdue. They're the only team that just wants to sling the ball around.
So wins, there's no hope. Hey,
there's always a chance.
There's always a chance something's got to happen.
Georgia Southern wasn't supposed to be a loss.
Here's the thing: if Nebraska doesn't get the job done on Saturday, then I feel like all hope might be lost. All for one final time, because I think Indiana squeaked out a win against Illinois at home early in the season. I think week 1.
It was.
But Chase Brown in that game had 199 yards.
He looked.
I'm okay with putting Anthony Grant in that conversation for a top 5 running back in the Big Ten.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to give him the ball. And they've done that, so give them credit there. And if they truly want to slow it down, expect a heavy dose of Anthony Grant and Gabe Ervin.
I would say it's also the backup you got to think of, because A.J. Allen, you were confident in what A.J. Allen was giving you. You kind of know what Gabe Ervin was giving you last year at the beginning of the season, and he's coming back from that injury. Hopefully he comes back strong. He looked good to end the game against Oklahoma, those couple of rushes that he had, but hopefully he's still, in that mindset of being a number 1 running back.
Yeah, let's take our final time out. When we come back, we'll have the crossover with Nate coming up in a couple minutes. You're listening to the Happy Hour on The Ticket.
Download our app by searching 93.7 The Ticket in your app store to stay in touch and listen all day long wherever you are. More of the Happy Hour is next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Keep your tailgate cool with the dazzling hot deal from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Get a free Yeti cooler with your purchase of only $1,500 or more. Take advantage of interest-free financing with no money down. Sartor Heyman has gorgeous jewelry in every price range, so buy her the diamonds she's been dreaming of and get instantly rewarded with a Yeti cooler for free. Offer ends soon, so hurry in and snatch up this cool jewelry deal. Sartor Heyman Jewelers, a Nebraska tradition since 1905.
Lincoln loves local business. What better way to support local than to drink local? Don't miss Lincoln Craft Beer Week beginning September 26th and continuing through October 2nd. You can't go wrong with 14 different local breweries, cideries, distilleries, and more putting on events to get you familiar with Lincoln's craft beverage scene. For more details on participating venues and Lincoln Craft Beer Week, visit lincoln.org/beer tour. Brought to you by the Lincoln Convention and Visitors Bureau. Remember to enjoy responsibly.
Wow. Did you ever save me money on my car?
Yes, that's why our customers keep coming back.
How do you do it, friendly car dealer ?
We simply have low overhead and high trade-in values. The next line's yours.
Oh.
Ready for something better? Mullen Motors is a no-hassle, no-pressure dealership with financing available. Check out the inventory at MikeMullenMotors.com.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Tractor Supply is looking for full-time team members for their Waverly Distribution Center. Applicants can expect a 3- and 4-day work week schedule with additional overtime days with both day and night shift schedules available. Stand-up forklift and high-reach forklift experience is a plus for open positions, but they're willing to train for those without experience. At Tractor Supply, they work hard, have fun, and make money. Apply today at tractorsupply.jobs.
The days of internet contracts and heavy fine print are over. It's time to experience hassle-free service with no contracts or hidden fees. That's the Allo promise. Allo Communications provides fiber internet, TV, and phone services with fair and no-nonsense pricing. All backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, 24/7 local support 365 days a year, and a monthly bill you can count on. Don't settle for gimmicks. Settle for hassle-free with Allo. Visit us at allofiber.com/hassle-free.
In today's day and age, people are trying to do more and more projects by themselves. That might be better on the wallet, but it can also lead to painful sounds like this. Ow! Poor guy, trying to do wiring all by himself. Let's have another listen. It's just not worth it. Don't hurt yourself or make things worse than they are already. For any of your electric needs, call Joe at Ambition Electric today at 402-217-3415 or go to ambitionelectric.com.
Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Breakfast tacos, brisket tacos, pork tacos, chicken tacos. You hungry yet? I can keep going. Pork or chicken, queso nachos, queso mac and cheese, hatch mac burritos. Now you're salivating. Muchachos is Lincoln's premier New Mexico barbecue fusion restaurant. You can't miss them in their bright blue building. Pair that great food with delicious coffee for breakfast and a variety of local and national beers on tap the rest of the day. Order your food online at yomuchacho.com or visit them in person at Muchachos on South 11th Street between L and K Streets. Did you know that the U.S. has added over 1,100 new breweries in the last 18 months? Learn more by shopping at Myers Cork and Bottle, 13th and South, and by tuning in to Thirsty Thursdays with Kevin Myers, because sports are better with a drink in your hand and a friend at your side.
Teachers like me, parents, we don't always know as much as you guys do about what's going on with other kids.
Half the time, it's rumors.
Yeah, but if you're ever concerned about a friend who's having trouble with alcohol, prescription drugs, anything, you need to tell an adult, someone you know and trust. That can be hard. But speaking up about a problem is what helping a friend is all about.
For more information, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Sponsored by DHHS and aired in cooperation with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
We stand on the shoulders of women who came before us.
Women who fought for their own financial futures.
And now it's our turn.
Join us. Visit WeSaySaveIt.org and take control of your financial future by saving for retirement.
A message from AARP and the Ad Council.
You're listening to The Happy Hour with Nick Sainert and Enrique Alvarez Clary, presented by Empire Fence and Netting on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back into the Happy Hour, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Nick, Rico, and now Nathan Brennan joining you on the crossover here. What's up, Nate? Get that microphone.
Yeah,
down.
what's going on? I'm trying to help out the stream here.
Hey, it's me.
The stream. I know you're on the stream right now.
I'm doubled on the stream.
I gotta get everything fixed right here. Doing what we do in the studio here and trying to figure things out because supposedly everyone in Lincoln and their mother wants to do a pedal pub. So hey, everybody,
you seem kind of mad about it. Let's pause 10 seconds for station. Talking. Let's take a pause for 10 seconds.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
So you kind of seem mad about the whole pedal pub situation. What's going on?
I wanted to get a pedal pub, and the idea was that I was going to get one at 2:00. And supposedly I called today and I asked about the time, 2:00. And obviously it would be a weekend because most of us adults have jobs. So I asked about 2:00 on the weekends, either Friday or Saturday, preferably a Saturday, obviously. And supposedly they're sold out for the rest of October. So now we're trying to do some makeshift, making things happen, doing what I do. I know people. I got a guy for everything. I know a guy.
I know a guy in Omaha.
I know a guy from Omaha.
I know a guy from Omaha for pedal pubs.
I know a guy.
We know a guy.
Who knows the guy?
I've met him one time.
How do you know the guy?
I met him at the Ticket 10-year anniversary.
I worked with him for a couple of years.
Rico knows. So
Rico's guy.
I did not work with the guy.
He's
but,
also, if anybody, I'm not going to say the name, but if anybody
else,
he's also a cowboy.
He's also
I don't know what that means.
He's also a rodeo clown.
Scott Frost said that he would be a great rodeo clown.
We should see. Get me in contact with that guy. I'll see if he has a guy in Lincoln.
Pedal pubs in Lincoln. He does not.
And then I'm going to throw some money at somebody, bribe someone, whoever it may be, and we're going to make things happen.
You have to go to
from
Omaha.
2 to 4. From 2 to 4, because that's the thing is like money talks. And I get a $20 bill, I throw it in your face. You can't say no.
I'm sure they can.
You can't say no.
You're right, Adon. He is also a B word.
Who doesn't want
$20?
An extra $20? Should I just tweet at him right now?
Who? No.
Yeah, should we just tweet at him?
Yeah.
Actually, no. Have we
I'll
done
do it.
Pest of the Week already?
No.
Oh,
Have
you
we
already
already
done it?
we have.
All
wanna
right,
do
I'm
it?
going to do a Pest of the Week. It's people that don't have their DMs open on Twitter.
Oh, that's a good one.
Because
you want to schedule guests.
Yeah, I want to schedule a guest, and I have my Twitter set up so you can DM me, but I have to approve that the message goes through if you don't follow me.
Yeah.
I feel like that's common courtesy. I don't want just everybody spamming my inbox. But if someone wants to reach me, I can view the message. I can decide if I want to accept the request. I appreciate that, Rico. I'm going to see if I want to accept the request. I'm going to see if I want to interact with this person. For you to turn it off completely, except for people that follow you, that completely defeats the purpose.
Yeah.
Because if they follow you, you have to follow them back in order to get access to the direct message.
That is true.
But also,
and they're not going to follow me back because they don't know me.
Well, also, if you have a bunch of followers and then just random people start DMing you,
But
it can get very overwhelming.
But there's your regular messages, like if you're direct messaging someone on Twitter, you have your regular messages. But then there's a subcategory where it says pending. So there's pending requests. And if someone's sending you garbage and you don't want it, you just delete it. You don't need it. It's honestly the perfect system. And some people think they're cooler than Twitter and decide
That's
they want to
true.
close their DMs.
Now,
It's like, look, Chief, I got a blue check mark too.
Now here's
If
the
that's
thing.
the game that we want to play.
Now here's the thing. You go over to Instagram. You get the Whoa.
Nick, can
Whoa.
you speak today?
What just happened?
I had to take a breath.
You got too excited.
I got to drink my bubbler. You guys try bubbler?
I have, but I had to take a breath because
Bubblers are the perfect
I
amount
just
of
hurt
caffeine.
I just hurt my face.
Keep going through the day. You need a little caffeine, but you don't need too much.
You
Trivia, how much caffeine's in a cup of coffee?
I don't know, Nate. I'm still recovering.
I'm heated.
That's the
I'm
second
heated.
time that
This
we've
is-
made Rico cry today.
This is a very interesting dynamic of emotions right here. I'm angry. Rico is hysterical.
Crying. Yeah, he's crying.
And Nick is embarrassed.
Nick has. No, I'm not embarrassed. That's who I am. I mean, I just had a stroke, kind of. So.
All right.
This is the second time we got Rico to cry this show.
Do you smell toast?
You know the sign of a stroke?
I do.
Oh,
Isn't it like your left hand or one of your arms is?
Yeah, your left arm. Yeah, you should know
Yikes.
that.
So we educate on the
Stroke
show.
awareness. No, we do.
we
No,
educate on the show.
it's something important. Everyone should know.
I agree.
What do you want me to ask my guy?
No, should I just
Ask
tweet
him
him
if
and
he
be like,
knows
I already
pedal
did,
pub
and he
people
told me
in
to text
Lincoln.
him.
No, text him and say, "Do you know the pedal pub people in Lincoln? I have $20."
he has $20.
Listen, I'm willing to bribe. Everyone is worth.
Easy,
everyone has a
easy.
price.
I
Everyone
don't
has
know.
a price.
I don't know that you
And
got to be
honestly,
careful.
my thing is for something like this, when we're talking about prices, to just get me in with a pedal pub guy, to get a guy that knows pedal pubs, group therapies, whatever you want to call them, I think $20 is fair.
I'm putting he has $20 extra to grease the wheels.
to grease the
Because
wheels.
saying he
Say
has,
that's negotiable. No,
saying
let him know it's
he has-
negotiable.
saying he has
I'm
$20.
willing to-
OBO.
I'm willing to
Make
negotiate.
it like a Facebook Marketplace post. He has $20 OBO or best offer.
Yeah, there you go.
Make it like a Facebook
Now I got a
Marketplace
guy.
post.
No, this thing. If you
But saying he
you
has
just need a guy.
$20 makes it seem like he only has $20.
no, I would
he has,
pay the
he
price.
has $20 and that take it or leave it.
Let's just
That's
say
all it costs.
there's a wait list, and I want to be put to the top of the wait list. And everybody has a price.
I don't think he.
Everybody has a price.
I don't think he knows the pedal pub people in Lincoln.
If he does, though,
And they all know each other. They have to know each other. You don't
They're-
think they know each other?
I don't know.
I don't know. Like I was
Probably got
wondering.
like a group chat or something.
Oh, there you go.
You
Group
think
chat.
so?
Yeah, Pedal Pub group chat.
Well, no, I mean it's same with like media. Like I would say
I don't know
most
everybody.
people. I would say most media members that cover Nebraska. Not that we know them enough to be like, hey, I don't know, can you help me out with so and so? But I would say that you know them. Like he probably knows the pedal pub.
Like
guys
we could
here.
text back and forth.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't know any
Yeah.
of them until I.
We're
finally
cordial.
started talking
We're
to 'em.
cordial.
And even then, they don't text me back.
They don't text you back.
No, Mouth of the South. No.
Specifically
No.
one.
Mouth of the South. That is not what this is. I genuinely am trying to get a guy who knows the pedal pub guy.
I'm not doing a drug deal.
No,
I'm trying to get a guy.
That's
who
not what
knows
this
a
is.
guy.
Mouth of the South.
Mouth of the
This is
South
like-
accuses
this
us
is-
of a drug deal.
I'm not using like code words here. I genuinely am trying to get to the bottom of this and
Pedal
find a
pub.
solution. Yeah,
I really need some group therapy.
therapy.
No, seriously.
So Nate, serious question.
Trying
What do
to
you
make
think?
things happen.
What do you think of Waka Flocka Flame coming to PBA?
No, it's pretty exciting. That's actually a pretty big deal.
I'm all in on Waka
because it sounds like this is for the what's happening.
Of course, we have to bleep it out. It's Waka Flocka Flame.
Hey, come on, give my man a break.
Well, there was one that I think it was bleeped, but I'm not actually sure.
Is he coming Friday?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's replacing ESTG as that's how I was
All
told
right,
to say.
I mean,
it.
absolutely no disrespect to this man whatsoever.
Waka Flocka.
I have no idea who that is.
Yeah, none of us do.
So for him to be replaced by Waka Flocka, he probably feels kind of bad.
I'm
Honored.
happy about it.
Or honored. Honestly, that's a good way to think about
If I was
it.
replaced by Waka, I would feel honored.
I wish Lil Wayne would come
sorry,
to
what was
Lincoln. Lil Wayne, not little. Lil Wayne.
Little Wayne.
You are
Say
some
it.
type of special.
No, say what you want to say.
No, Lil Wayne, he's probably
You
above
know.
Waka Flocka.
I do know.
The
So
text
say
line,
it.
The text line knows.
I
I don't have to say
No,
it.
no. I always bring this up whenever we talk about Lil Wayne. Is that remember when he had to make an emergency landing in Omaha?
Yep.
Or Lincoln?
When was that?
Because he was having like heart problems on his private jet.
Yep.
So he had to make an emergency landing. I think at Bryan and Lincoln.
I think so.
Really?
Yeah, no, Lil Wayne. I almost said it again. Lil Wayne. Emergency.
Little Wayne.
Little Wayne.
Sorry. We called Sip earlier and asked him if he knew anything about
He's not.
Lil or Waka
Sip,
Waka Flame.
literally yesterday I said, how can people get more content from you? He didn't know his Twitter handle. He said, look up Steve Sipple on Twitter. You'll find me. What are you talking about, man? What's your Twitter handle?
Shout out to Mr. Flame.
So now Bach had to go back and find out his Twitter
I
handle.
always loved, so when I was filling in for Sip, he was like, one of these days when we were talking on the night before, he's like, just send me the rundown on Twitter. He's like, do I follow you on Twitter? I don't even know who I follow on Twitter.
Well, I'm pretty sure he has someone run his Twitter for him.
And I was like, Sip.
He says he does. He definitely doesn't.
No, Sip. Because here's the thing.
Look,
you know,
I love.
He's trying to sell you a bigger deal than he is,
I
basically.
love Sipple. Sipple, you're not that big of a deal.
Lil Wayne had to. So yeah, he suffered a seizure in his private jet.
Oh.
And so they made an emergency landing in Omaha where Wayne refused medical treatment. So
You know what? That's a baller move.
like,
I'd rather
nah,
not.
guys,
Good
I'm
for Lil Wayne.
Speaking of not rappers, but just singers getting hurt. Did you see Post Malone?
I did
broke.
see that.
He
No,
broke.
that was bad.
Cracked 3 of his ribs in St. Louis when he fell through the hole or
And
whatever.
I'm pretty sure that was the tour spot directly after Omaha.
Yeah.
I think it was the very next
Yeah.
stop.
And so
Never should have left.
Never should have left. Stay in Omaha.
Yeah, stay
he
in
lives in
Omaha.
Utah.
does he really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That is not surprising.
I know. But
Is that
he,
weird?
He probably
lives in
lives up
Utah.
in the mountains.
Is that weird that that's not surprising?
I'm telling you guys, Post Malone's underrated.
Notice though,
I think he's properly rated.
I would say he's properly rated. Most of them's pretty good.
Top 5.
Notice how he doesn't live in
Okay.
Idaho. Because
Idaho?
Have you ever met someone from Idaho?
I actually have.
Not been to Idaho.
Yes.
Because anyone could say they've been to the middle of the
No, I've
country
met
and
someone
been in
from
a piece
from
of land.
Idaho.
From Idaho.
Yes.
They were born and raised in Idaho.
That's what they told me.
I don't know if I believe that. I don't know if I believe you.
I don't
and
know
if
if I
believe
like
that person.
that. Yeah.
They
I've
ran on
never-
the track team with
I will
me at UNK.
genuinely say, someone text us on the text line.
Is anybody a Vandals fan?
5685.
I am. Big
Who,
Vandals
are
fan.
anybody Vandals fans? Like, does Idaho have any fans? Idaho
Boise,
Vandals?
I mean, Boise State.
Well, no, Boise State.
Boise
That's
is
why
Idaho.
I know that
Kellen
Idaho
Moore?
exists. I'm not saying that.
Bronco Mendenhall.
no.
Are people
was
born and
BYU.
raised in Idaho?
He coached at Boise, didn't he?
No, he coached at BYU. Bronco Mendenhall coached at
Who
BYU
am I thinking?
because
of?
Bronco Mendenhall was most
the-
recently at
Virginia.
Virginia.
That's correct.
Nice try. Of not Virginia
Hank
Commonwealth.
Bachmeyer
Not
transferring.
Virginia Commonwealth.
Yeah,
doesn't
I
have a
saw
football
that.
team.
I
I bet you didn't know that, did you?
I did. Idaho,
Wally Cox.
US State.
No, I'm not saying Idaho. I'm
Not
saying,
real.
does anyone know someone that was born and raised in Idaho?
As-
I don't think they do that. in
As
Idaho.
much as they've told me, yes.
Who's located in Moscow,
The
Idaho?
Vandals.
Vandals?
Yeah.
Again, I understand Idaho as a place. I'm not saying that.
But you don't think anybody actually...
I don't think anyone's actually born and raised in Idaho. I don't think that's a thing. I don't think they do that.
they just moved to Idaho?
Yes.
Bryce, or
It's a
excuse me,
location.
Ben, you cannot tell us that. You cannot. You guys get too comfortable on the text line. You guys get way too comfortable on the text line. All right. We'll just say this. Ben says I dated a girl once from Idaho. He continues on
Yep, we're not...
talking about an afternoon matinee of the
All right.
Yes Man starring Jim Carrey. But Ben, you guys are getting way too comfortable on the text line.
Ben, I appreciate the sentiment.
Good
but
for you, Ben.
Let me ask
you.
You
painted a picture.
No, did this interaction, Ben, happen in Idaho? Because I bet you she
lied.
Say,
she lied.
I know. She's
not from Idaho.
From Idaho, but this interaction, Ben, there's no shot this happened in Idaho. I don't believe it for a second.
She is not from Idaho.
It was at the Kearney Cinema 8. That's a great one.
That's awesome.
Dusty
that is
says
hilarious.
he has family in Idaho and have some cousins born and raised there.
Okay.
I don't know, Dusty.
Dusty, you're lying.
See, if anybody tells you, are you just not going to believe it?
I need a birth certificate. Does a birth certificate? That's going to make me sound stupid, but I'm going to say it anyway. Does a birth certificate have a state on it?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Notice how I stopped myself and I was like, this is going to make me sound stupid.
All right, Ben, we have an assignment for you.
I can't.
You find your ex-girlfriend, whether it be Facebook,
Well,
Instagram. I don't know how you get in contact with her.
hold
You
on.
find her,
I don't
you
know.
get a picture of her birth certificate, you send it into
time out.
402-464-865, then we'll believe you.
Here's the thing. Oh, he did say I dated. I thought Ben never said they dated. They were boyfriend, girlfriend, but he did. So Lil Wayne, according to Jesse, was back here in 2016. So, all right.
That was prime Lil Wayne.
That should probably do it for
Prime who?
Lil Wayne. Okay.
That should
I
probably,
always get it. No, Nick's the one that does it.
I said
I'm
Lil.
fine.
I said Lil. Lil Wayne.
Lol.
Lil
Hank
Wayne.
Bachmeyer.
Yeah,
Transferred from Boise
Bachmeyer's
State.
gone from Boise. Started 29 games for the Broncos.
Speaking of Lil, I don't know why whenever I hear the word Lil, I think of Caillou.
Hey,
You remember
Caillou,
No,
Caillou gets slept on.
No, Caillou
Caillou's
is
awesome.
a terrible show. If you ever have
Does your
kids,
daughter watch it?
No, I will not let her watch. If you ever have kids, do not let them watch Caillou.
Why?
Because he is a whiny little
You know,
brat. And
Caillou,
he'll teach your kids to
Caillou
be
reminds
whiny little
no.
brats.
Caillou reminds me of Little Red. Fantastic. Lil.
What about
Caillou
Franklin?
sucks.
What about Franklin? Franklin's
actually
just
just
stopped making shows.
Franklin's good.
Bach
So.
likes it.
Caillou
All
is
right.
garbage.
Nothing beats JJ the jet plane. All right, we're done for today.
done.
Appreciate you guys hanging on. Waka
do.
Flocka Flame at PBA on Friday. We'll probably play more music tomorrow because why not? It's the happy hour on the block with Stricken Nate's coming up next. See ya.
Adios.
Did you know that the U.S. has added over 1,100 new breweries in the last 18 months? Learn more by shopping at Myers Cork and Bottle, 13th